Yo, what's happening? I'm your girl, Sin.
I'm Joy, and welcome to Big Girl Pantease, where you get to play the positivity, a side of bluntness, and accountability for dessert, because
accountability ain't a dirty word.
Boop. I keep saying season 10.
Yes. Episode 10 of
10.
Episode 10. We are super excited and happy to have made it this far. We started in March. Salute. Thank you guys that's bad. 7 years of bad sex if you don't look the person in the eye when you cheers them. Damn that.
You're welcome.
Yes, that's a gem right there.
You're welcome.
We just want to say thank you to every single person that is viewing us for the very first time. You happen to be rolling up maybe on episode 10, but we have 9 episodes that are fire as well. So please go back and look, like, share, subscribe. We so appreciate you for tuning in and checking us out for the very first time. And to all of our Pantease gang who is returning.
The return.
Thank you for the support, for the love, for the advice,
for the lurking.
Our lurkers. To our lurkers, can we just have a moment of silence for our lurkers? Thank you so much for being in our stories. Thank you so much for seeing us in public and acting like you don't. That happened.
Yeah,
I'm throwing it the fuck out there. I'm throwing it the fuck out there. You saw me jumping double dutch. But thank you for supporting us no matter what.
Yes. We're not being facetious. We are appreciative.
I guess it's still love because it's driving our numbers up. So we're just really grateful, and we just want to say thank you to each and every person that shows love and then
don't show love.
Like kinda, and then those that don't but want to, and then those that just don't, they just nosy.
In the words of Erykah Badu, you don't show no love.
No love. Yes, we thank you. Yeah, we said it.
Yeah, we said it. But again, we're
positive energy.
Positive energy only.
We're appreciate joking, kinda.
Maybe. We do appreciate you coming in and spending this 25, 35, 45 minutes with us every single time. We actually have a new show. I almost said every week, but it's not every week. And we really wouldn't be here if y'all wasn't supporting us.
No. So thank you.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
On my New York shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. So today's episode, as we round off the season, is going to be called...
Drum roll. Revelation Pantease.
Like the last book of the Bible.
Yes.
You know, what are the revelations of being a first-time podcaster, of coming back and being rusty and doing it again, the things we've learned, the feedback, what we would have done differently, just like basically a recap of the last 9 episodes that we had. And then we will be coming back for another season, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So Sin and I have both collectively chosen 5 things. We'll go back and forth about of the 5 things that we have learned with doing Big Girl Pantease for the last 3.5 months.
Yep.
You want to start?
Sure. This will piggyback kind of off of our thank yous.
Okay, here we go.
Not everyone is going to support you. The people that you expect to support you, your friends, or be happy for you. This was a little hard for me because I noticed more people that really don't know me well and that are more strangers supported and shared, liked, subscribed, reposted. We have a faithful group of friends
that really fuck with us,
and we appreciate it. I know everyone's busy out there. I know everyone has to do things. I know life gets in the way, but if you can look at our stories, if you can, do other things, you're always on Instagram. It's like, wow, you can't share once or like once in your stories to support. So at first it hurt a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It did hurt a little bit. Some of the people I thought that would be my biggest cheerleaders were not. Don't even know if they've watched the show.
Crickets.
And that's fine. It's been crickets. That's fine because we're still doing it anyway. Episode 10, we're still rocking and rolling. So, sometimes you just realize when you do things, not everybody is going to support you for different reasons. And that's okay. I'm no longer hurt by it, but I am looking. So that's one of the things that was a little surprising to me. I thought that some of the people that I thought that would support like did not.
Right.
Right. And that's okay. But you live and learn and you move forward. What about you?
That's this is why we're best friends. Number one, I'm going to say Gomb. Because that's literally...
Get out of my brain.
Get out of my brain, because that's literally number 3. Sometimes strangers support you more than your friends and family, and that's okay.
Yep.
That's literally on my list. We're always on the same page.
Always.
It definitely was hurtful. Now, we got support from people I was surprised from, too.
Me too.
It's literally like one of those, granted, it's in 3 categories. There was the support from the beginning and continuous, and thank you, we love you. Then there was the surprise support where it was like, oh, snap, okay, thank you.
And then there was...
Well, they be coming to woodwork on the show. I think it's because Pantease is in the name. But
and we're women.
And we're women
that
talking
like women.
Talking about their Okay, that's a whole nother show.
Yes.
Lesson. Okay. We'll be talking about panties and who can wear them. And okay, we're not gonna go there.
Yes, but that's another show for another time.
That's gonna be season 2. But it was definitely hurtful for me too, because I did notice that there were people that I really thought that would support us that didn't. And like I said in the very last thing, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. So number 2?
Number 2 on my list is podcasting ain't easy. Very time consuming. I had no idea. I'm a person in corporate America that has a very demanding job. I love what I do. But it can be, some days I want to pull my hair out. Some days I don't know my name because I'm running around and doing so much. And then I'm on my computer and then I'm physically moving around. I do love my job, but this is a whole nother job. You have to do research. You have to post. You have to be consistent.
You got to come out of pocket.
You have to come out of pocket. Studio space is not cheap. And we wanted to be professional with it. We didn't want it in our apartments. And
we wanted some best of
the music popping at the time when you're just trying to.
We're not shitting on people who do it at their apartments. Okay, but sorry, continue.
We're not shitting on anybody to do it out of your apartment. That's you. But I know where I live. You will hear fucking bachata starting in the middle of our set. So
ding, 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 ding. Okay, so we're gonna have to start this again.
I'm like, seriously. So that's the reason why I can't do it in my apartment. I love my community. I love the neighborhood I live in, but my apartment is not set up for a podcast.
For podcasting.
So
properly, I guess.
Not at all.
Right.
So this costs money, and when you want something, penny, it's worth every penny. When you want something, you make room for it, and you make time for it, and you make space for it in your pocket. So we definitely had to come out of pocket, which we are glad that we did, because you see what we've produced, and we think it's really great quality. Our engineers are awesome. Shout out to Woofy. He started with us.
And actually ending this season with us. I think that's a beautiful thing. Yes.
So yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. You have to be consistent. You can't worry about the numbers. You can't let that bother you when one episode don't move as quickly as other episodes.
Yeah.
You have to believe in what you're doing. Right. You have to know that everyone has a voice, and your voice deserves to be heard in this world.
Amen.
And you just have to persevere and move forward. And I'm so grateful and happy that we didn't listen to the echoes in the back of our head that got to us in the very beginning, or that this isn't moving that much as I thought. And we tuned that out, and you see we're at episode 10. So yeah, podcasting is not easy, but it's definitely worth it if you stick with it, and if the alignment is right and you have the right partner.
Give me some.
Well, you said you really wanted to cheers.
I did. Okay, see, best friend, cheers. It's like a drinking game, right? So for me, your honesty and transparency are your friends. So when you're honest and transparent, you actually don't have to keep up with a lie.
I know that's right.
And you never know who needs to hear the story and what God is using you for. So I've learned through being fully transparent and honest during the show, more than I probably should have, according to my mom. No, she's like, you just out here telling your business. I didn't know that about you, though. But I firmly believe that because I've gone through these things and I've gotten to the other side, I think that by pulling it to the surface and talking about it and being transparent, people will connect with you better if you're not trying to put up a facade. Like, we had a conversation. There's 2 artists. I'm not going to go by names because I'm not trying to be bullied. Okay. But there's one that keeps their private life like this. And then there's one that is just out here. And people connect with both. Okay. But a lot of people are like, with one of them, they're very open about everything. You feel like that's the homegirl.
Yeah.
And that's why people connect with her. And then the other one is just a fucking icon. You probably are figuring out who we're talking about, but I didn't say shit, and you know what I mean. But transparency and honesty are always your friend. That's my number 2.
Since we're being transparent and honest, and because we're best friends, my number 3 piggies back off of your number 2. I need to open up more on the show. Let me explain something to you. Last episode, if you remember, I said that I pick and choose what I tell you. I want in Mind Your Pantease, episode 9. Yep. Let me explain that a little bit further. I've always been a very transparent person. I've had things that has happened to me from a very young age, and I have been very honest and transparent about it to help other women. That has also bitten me in the ass. I've had people not appreciate or turn that on against me, the things that I've shared with them. So when I'm looking in a camera and it's millions of people all over the world
that's
that
what I'm talking about.
Know,
yes, talk that shit. Millions of people all over the world. Yes. Put that out there.
Millions of people all over the world that can see this, because eventually people that you don't know that's already watching the show will see this.
Yes.
I decided to be a little bit more mindful, only because I've always been so transparent in my life. And it kind of bitten me in the ass a little bit. But I realized for the show, especially as we've mentioned it a few times and we were saving it for the end of the show, but we've said it a couple of times, season 2 will be coming.
Yeah, we're going to just say it throughout.
We're just going to keep it. Season 2, come on back. I definitely will tell a lot more. And I don't give a fuck. Like, if you either you like me, you don't. If you don't, something's wrong with you. Because I'm dope.
Boo.
Period. Carisha. So, for season 2, I just will tell a lot more stories, be a lot more transparent, a lot more open. And I just ask that you hopefully appreciate the fact that we're doing so. This is not easy to tell stuff, but my whole 1938, girl. But our whole goal is to help as many people as we can. This is why we did the podcast.
Yep.
So I definitely will be telling a lot more stories, because I have a lot of stories to tell. Be a lot more transparent, because that is what you are tuning in for, and we are thankful that you're doing it. So what's your number? What we are? 4?
3.
Okay,
so this is going to be a funny one. I didn't realize that this was a thing until doing the show. Let people make their point. I have a really bad habit of talking over people and not really listening and waiting to respond. And I didn't realize that was the problem. I kind of did realize that was a problem before, because my man is always like, babe, let me finish. I'm sorry, honey.
I've said it to you.
Okay, all right.
Y'all have not seen it, but it's times to where she's over talking, and I'm like, let me finish. And she'd be like, oh. Y'all didn't catch it,
right?
On the camera.
We're working through it, but I think because I'm just so passionate, and I just like I have something to say, and it's like, but you're not the only one who has something to say, and you need to be respectful of other people's opinions and let them have their moment. And I don't know if it's that only child syndrome. I kind of don't want to throw it out there, because you're an only child too. No. I knew that was coming.
It's because you had.
I was trying to cop out.
I think.
Maybe
you because you was that bitch. I'm tell it. You was that bitch. My bitch was that bitch. She's the one who was like, the interviews that she did with the celebrities that she did, she fucking rocked it. So you're used to
talking over people.
No, you're used to.
Is that what you're saying? No,
you're used to doing this.
Right.
But you're also now more mindful. And I wasn't as comfortable. So I lit you, like, I was like, Joy, okay, first couple of episodes, I need you to take point, because I'm still a newbie.
I'm trying to get new.
But then I was like, all right, bitch, let me talk. But I overtalk you too. So we're both working on that.
But I'm also working on that, not just on the podcast, but in life. Like, I really want to make sure that I'm getting my point across, but then I'm letting other people do the same so that they feel heard.
Yeah.
And not listening to respond.
That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You're supposed to do twice as much listening as you do speaking. And that's something I'm going to work on as well, because I know in my personal life, I do the same thing. So that wasn't on my list.
I think it's because we're so bubbly, and we're extroverts. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. And we always have something to say about something. It is what it is. Call it air sign shit. Libra, Aquarius, Libra. Yep. Like, that's just it. But I don't want to make that a cop out and an excuse to not let people make their point off and on camera. So that was mine.
Okay. I realize some people have very selfish reasons for supporting or tuning in.
Ugh. And
I'm gonna tell it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell it.
No, don't tell it all.
I'm not gonna tell it all. But
I know what you're talking about.
There's people out there that have
bitch. No.
that has opposing views and I'm gonna be mindful what I say. There's people out there that have.
We don't want to give them no burn.
I'm not. But there's people out there that have opposing views to how a lot of people feel, lifestyle choices, and have made what I feel some ignorant ass fucking comments. And, but then, you want to say hi to me and Joy. Like, I don't understand when we're two of the people that's wrapped up in what you said,
in your lifestyle that you've, and I don't want to go any further because we're going to touch on it.
Yeah, but why come in
and support us?
But that's how you feel.
Because we're dope. Yeah, that's why. I said what I said. We're dope. That's why they want to come.
And our numbers are moving, but I won't say anything more about that.
No, don't be petty. Don't be petty.
I haven't been petty all season. But in episode 10, I don't give a fuck. I am going to address shit that needs to be addressed. So you can't play it both ways. You can't want to be our friends, but then you got nasty ass shit to say. So, if you left on red, you understand why. Period.
And there it is.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Okay, then you just. You left on red, homie.
No, it's a few people that's left on red. But you can't spec both. You're not gonna shade us and then want to beat us or be around us or be cool with us because you want to be put
collaborate
on
or anything like that.
That's why I said people want to support you for their own selfish reasons, and usually it's a collaboration because they're not doing so well. Oh well, move on. Next. Whoop. Yeah, I don't give a fuck this season.
She said what she said. She said what she said.
Y'all said y'all want more transparency, goddammit. Well, that's transparent for your ass.
Okay. Well, what I've also learned is number 4. You got to be ready for what you're asking for and be very, very, very careful with your words. Mm-hmm. So when you're doing a podcast, all that is words.
Yep.
So you're basically, you're putting a vibration out into the universe of, what you have to say. And when we start asking for these things, sometimes in life, we ask for things that we feel like we want, but we haven't done the work to be ready for it. So I think it's imperative for especially what we're asking for and what we want personally, professionally, podcast-wise, just in general. It will behoove you to make sure that you're doing the vibrational work to get the level of success that you're requesting.
Because it lies within you.
Right. And you won't get it until you get to it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Until you get to it and actually do the work, it's not going to happen. And this doesn't happen overnight. No. It takes time, consistency, getting at it over and over again. But definitely make sure that you're preparing for what you want.
Yep. And my last one, I have 2, but I'm going to tie it into one.
Okay,
I realize believing in yourself no matter what the numbers say and staying encouraged and don't quit is important because, look, we have a tendency as people, I know me, I am not conceited, but my mother's been telling me I am vain since I was 3 years old.
She got a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Cute Remy Ma.
Oh, cute.
Love that song.
Remy Ma, I love. Mm-hmm. She's conceited.
She got a reason.
Yes. But sometimes life has a way and be like, nope,
your ass.
You're not all that the way you kind of thought she was all that. You cool, but
humble that ass.
You humble a little humble pie. Yeah. So it's a couple of times to where, not my face got cracked, but my bottom lip quivered a little bit. Like, why this episode's not moving? And why don't
nobody want to watch it?
Why you don't want to watch it? We were cool. But you know what? What we can say is all of our episodes are over 100. Most are in the 2s and 3s, and our first episode is definitely in the 6s, almost 7.
No, that's almost 7. Yeah. And I know it's like, okay, but trust me. Two unknown, virtually unknown podcasters.
Yes, who are not on TikTok.
We're not on TikTok yet. Either.
To say those are the numbers that we're doing, we're doing all right. Very happy.
And this is just the first season. Trust and believe.
Oh, we're going to come back revamped and better than ever. But I realize life has a way of humbling you a little bit. And I realized I'm a lot more resilient than what I thought. I was a little, which is so funny. I'm rarely nervous about starting something new. I'm the type of person, I'll jump out there and try anything and say, I don't care if I fail. I'm not afraid to fail. I've always been afraid to succeed because with success comes heavy is the head that wears the crown. So for me, I've always been afraid to succeed because I know the pressure that comes with it, not to fail. I'll try something a million times. I'm like, tried it. Nope, that didn't work. I suck. Moving on. And you should be able to do that. But doing this podcast showed me how resilient I am, being able to hold down my job, which is extremely demanding.
Very proud
of you. Being able to come here, learning how to edit the fucking show, learning how to use a fucking Mac Pro when I am a PC girl.
I've been trying to get a team iPhone for years.
Keep the fuck on, keeping on. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I did learn how to do things for the show and use a MacBook in order to do edits. So I realized I'm a lot more resilient than I give myself credit for. I have a lot to learn as far as this industry goes, and I'm definitely open to it. But I'm really excited and happy for what we're going to do.
Yep.
And I'm not going to pay attention to the numbers. It doesn't matter. As long as we do what we sat down and spoke about, as long as we continue with the campfire rule, keeping it a buck, keeping it funny, keeping it real, keeping it sexy, keeping it just real. That's what we are, authentic. We told you from the beginning we're going to be our authentic selves. As long as we do that
for the last 10 episodes.
Yeah, we don't worry. We're not worried. I'm not worried about the numbers anymore. My face is not cracked. I think we're blessed and highly favored. We're doing well, and we can't wait for season 2. So, yeah, I am pretty proud of us. And
I'm proud of us
really
too.
Resilient.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Salute. We just want to cheers to everything.
Okay, then. Yes. So if you watched episode 2, which was not revamp. Oh my gosh, there's so many episodes. Okay. You know the one I'm talking about where we talked about
3 was fraudulent. 2 was
we don't even know our own shit. See, we should have probably got together and got all the episodes together.
Keep talking, I'll
However,
tell you.
in episode 2, we made a joke about how we used to drink Moet, and we weren't drinking Moet because the money wasn't there. Evolution Pantease. My bad.
Evolution Pantease. I had to look it up on the
I'm like, damn, we got that many episodes? I
can't remember. Yes, we do. Cheers to that too.
Yeah. All right, no more drinking on that. So today we have Moet Rosé.
Yes, Lord.
Which is our favorite. I know it's mine.
Yep.
So we started it with this. Well, actually, the funny thing is, quietly, we weren't drinking for the first 7 episodes.
No.
And then we were just like, all right, we in this groove.
Y'all can tell.
Don't disturb this groove.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, now you're going to have me listen to that.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, anywho.
If you go back and look, you could tell when we start drinking. We was drinking.
We was drinking. So cheers to the Moet Rosé. That was just a funny joke because the money is there. Because we joked about drinking that bullshit that had us foul with our eyebrows flowing off in the wind.
It only had us foul because we mixed.
Shh, it's cheap.
That cheapy El Cheapo was like popping.
That shit is cheap.
With Casa
in the words of Whitney Houston, it's cheap.
I don't
make too much money to ever drink bullshit champagne.
But we did it.
We did. Yeah, sure did.
Like,
and we paid for it.
We're about to keep it a buck. Actually, Joy and I are done with drinking, period. We're taking a break. The only reason why we're drinking this. All right, full transparency.
Yeah, you done
it.
You done tell it.
I'm gonna tell it.
No, you're not gonna tell it because you didn't sound corporate. So
no. I'm saying Friday.
Oh, okay.
Friday.
Oh, okay.
Last week we were supposed to shoot the show. This episode.
Oh, you telling our business?
Yeah, I'm telling business. Fuck it. We were supposed to shoot the show last week, and
look, I'm moving my glass.
Shit happened, and we didn't make it, and we had to rebook. Fine. Episode's still coming out this Friday, so don't get scared. It's coming out.
If you're watching it, that means it's out.
It's out.
Okay.
But we had to rebook, and technically today we were not supposed to. Today is technically supposed to be day 1 of us no longer drinking. And I mean for real, as best friends. We're taking a detox for many reasons.
Yes.
But because we already had the Moe from last week.
Because we were supposed to drink it on Friday. We're giving ourselves a little bit of
grace. Gave ourselves a little bit of grace. We're closing out with what we started with. But after this,
c'est la vie, bitch.
Well, we said for season 2, it might just be a little something when we'll see.
We'll
play
figure
it by
out,
ear.
Because
we're a lot funnier. We're really stupid.
You'll know. You'll know.
You'll be able to tell when water's in this cup.
You'll know.
And when something else is in this cup. It's obvious.
You'll know. You'll know.
Yeah.
So, last one for me is 5. So it's so funny because we kind of like piggybacking off of each other, but consistency is everything. Period. That's literally what I wrote.
Did we cheat sheet?
And let me tell you something. The funny thing is when we talked about it and we had a conversation about what the last show would be, we both said, okay, you know what? Separately, go ahead, pick 5 things that you've learned from this season. And then we never had a conversation about what those 5 things were. We literally both found out what the 5 things for the individuals were when you did. So we did that live. And it's ironic that we kind of had some of the same ones.
But that's how we always do our show. We will literally be like, okay, this is what topic is it going to be for the next show? We'll say the topic, 2 or 3 things we want to discuss. Then we come in here and we freestyle. We don't write shit down. The only thing we wrote down was these questions.
These 5,
so we remember.
Because I wanted to make
we
sure
don't rehearse this show.
Yeah,
we don't even edit. When I say edit, it's only sometimes because in the beginning, we're talking shit as you've seen in episode. Was that Pantease episode?
They're all Pantease episodes.
Shit. Bestie Pantease.
Bestie Pantease.
No, the one before that.
Yeah, Bestie Pantease.
No, when you revamp, I think. Where I left the whole shit.
That was Bestie.
Okay.
That was Bestie Pantease episode 8, where in the beginning you can hear us talk on all the shit because we didn't get it together. But we did though.
It was funny as hell though because everybody was hitting me up like, y'all.
That's probably when we started drinking.
It was, we was drinking that episode.
Quietly, very quietly.
Yeah, so, but we just want to.
Was that your 5?
That was my 5.
Consistency?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's why I said there's nothing else to say. Like, just stay consistent doing what we need to do. I didn't even look at it. I was like, well, she said it. That was it.
There it is. There it is.
We're just learning as we go. We've learned a lot this season. We're excited for season 2.
Yep.
So we've said it numerous times throughout episode.
We had a plan.
1.
We had a plan, and that plan went out the window.
At the end real quick. We kind of blurted it out. So yes.
So I'll take full responsibility.
You did do it first.
I
wasn't going to say anything.
See, accountability is not a dirty word.
But I said it a couple of times too. So Freudian slip. It's out.
After I did.
It's
season 10.
Season 10. We just said that. We put it into the universe. Episode 10 of season 1 is now coming to a close. This is a wrap.
Yes.
We're taking a little bit, and I do mean a little bit of time off, but we can actually let you know we will be back.
Drumroll.
Friday, September 8th, season 2,
Big Girl
Pantease.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
Same shit. But we will be back. We're going to come for the jugular, keeping it a buck.
Let them find out. Just let them find out. Just let him find out. Just let him find out.
I haven't been that transparent. We're coming for you, jugular.
Okay.
Controversial topics. Controversial
You're on
topics.
the mic with Mike.
What's your beef? Controversial topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we're going to dive into some of the stuff that we even talked about this topic. My BB made a comment about 2 people that we both love and adore and respect. It's all love here. There's no bashing, but we have different views on how they live their lives. And we're not going to say anything else because we're literally going to save that for a show. But that's going to be a really interesting show because Joy and I
definitely do not see eye to eye on
that. And season 2 is going to be a lot of that. We're going to delve into y'all got the
kumbaya. No, they don't say too much. Come back and find out.
Yeah, come back and find out.
No, we're not going to say too much.
We're
Just
not
come on back.
Too much, but we're going to get into it a lot more. And the topics that we discuss is going to be heavier topics.
Yeah, this was Kumbaya. This is
motherfucker. You about to ain't no ocean, ain't no sea. But next
season, you'll just have to come and find out.
Coming in like Tyson.
So if you got to this point.
Thank you.
You've listened to our rant.
Thank you.
For the last 10 episodes, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
And if you made it this far, we love and appreciate you. And we just want to say thank you to everybody who has rocked with us throughout this first season.
It's been a great
shared, subscribed, gave us advice, gave us feedback.
To our everything. Mamas who told us
X, Y, and
Z. A million different things.
That's so funny.
We love them.
Mom, we love y'all.
Supporters.
We love both of y'all.
My mom be literally hitting me up like, episode coming out tomorrow. I'm like,
show is.
Yes, mama.
Show is 9 a.m.
And right after, she be watching it at 9 a.m. And then
Miss L, love you. Love you.
And Miss J, love you.
And to y'all, we love you.
We love you. So thank you so much.
And we'll see y'all next season, September 8th.
Peace.